Imagine this. One day, astronomers gather for a historic press conference. Their faces are pale, their voices unsteady. After centuries of space exploration, cutting-edge research, and countless scientific breakthroughs, they've discovered something that shakes the very foundation of modern physics. All our observations, all our understanding of space and time, were wrong. The universe doesn't stretch infinitely in every direction, with no center, no privileged point of reference. Instead, everything, the countless galaxies, the glowing nebulae, the dark voids of space, revolves around Earth. Our planet isn't just one of billions. It's the focal point of existence. Sounds impossible, right? But for most of human history, this is exactly what people believed. Look up at the night sky. What do you see? The stars move across the heavens, the sun rises and sets, and the moon drifts through its phases. To ancient civilizations, the message was clear. Earth must be the center of it all. The great Greek philosopher Aristotle proposed this idea over 2,000 years ago. He imagined the cosmos as a series of nested, transparent spheres, each one carrying the sun, moon, planets, and stars in perfect circular orbits around Earth. This concept became the foundation of the geocentric model, which would dominate human thought for centuries. The great Egyptian Greek astronomer Claudius Ptolemy refined this model further in the 2nd century AD, creating a system so detailed and complex that it could predict the motions of celestial bodies with surprising accuracy. For over 1,500 years, this was accepted as truth. Earth was the cosmic throne, and everything else, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the Sun, and the stars, moved around us in divine precision. The Church embraced this idea, reinforcing it as proof of Earth's unique, God-given importance. But then everything changed. In the 16th century, a Polish mathematician and astronomer, Nicholas Copernicus, dared to ask, what if we're wrong? What if instead of the sun and planets moving around Earth, Earth moves around the sun? His ideas were radical, dangerous, but they were just the beginning. When Galileo Galilei pointed his telescope at Jupiter, he saw something shocking: 4 tiny moons orbiting the giant planet. This was proof that not everything revolved around Earth. And when Johannes Kepler and Isaac Newton introduced the laws of planetary motion and gravity, the geocentric model collapsed entirely. For the first time, humanity saw Earth for what it truly was, just one planet among many, orbiting an average star in a vast, indifferent cosmos. But what if we had never made that leap? What if the geocentric model had turned out to be true? What if even today, modern astronomers found undeniable evidence that Earth really was the center of the universe? Let's pause for a moment. If that were the case, it wouldn't just be a coincidence. The laws of physics, as we understand them, would have to be rewritten. Because in the universe we know today, there is no center. The Big Bang, the event that gave birth to everything, didn't explode outward like a firework from a single point in space. Instead, it created space itself, stretching in all directions. That's why no matter where you are in the universe, it always looks like you're in the middle. Every galaxy appears to be moving away from every other galaxy, not because they're moving through space, but because space itself is expanding. So if Earth was truly the center, the entire universe would have to function differently. The distant galaxies, instead of moving in random directions based on cosmic expansion, would have to follow an eerie, deliberate pattern, one that always centered around us. The cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, wouldn't be uniform. Instead, it would form an unmistakable structure, with Earth sitting at the heart of it all. But here's the thing. We've searched for such a pattern. We've mapped the cosmic background radiation, measured the movements of galaxies, and tested every possible way to detect a center. And yet, we've found nothing. The universe has no privileged point, no throne for Earth to sit upon. Yet, history has taught us a valuable lesson. Never assume we know everything. There was a time when people laughed at the idea of Earth moving around the sun. There was a time when people thought the stars were just tiny lights embedded in a cosmic dome. If somehow, in some unexpected way, we discovered that Earth was at the true center of the universe, what would that mean for humanity? Would it be proof of some divine design, a simulation, or something even stranger? We're just getting started on this incredible journey, and every great journey needs a few brave explorers. Right now, Cosmic Whispers is just beginning, and your support means everything. If you love unraveling the mysteries of the universe, hit subscribe. It's free and it helps us grow this community together. Now let's go deeper. If Earth really was the center of everything, what would that mean for science, physics, and the very nature of reality? Could such a universe even exist, and if so, why? If Earth were the center of the universe, the implications would be staggering. Not just for astronomy, but for physics, philosophy, and even the way we see ourselves as a species. Because for this to be true, the fundamental laws governing the cosmos, the very fabric of reality, would have to be different. And if that were the case, what else might be possible? Let's start with the biggest question. What force would hold everything in orbit around Earth? In the real universe, gravity works the same way everywhere. Objects don't revolve around a single central point unless a massive force is keeping them there. The reason the planets orbit the Sun is because the Sun is enormous, holding everything in place with its immense gravitational pull. But Earth is tiny compared to the Sun, and even the Sun itself is just one of hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way, which itself is just one of 2 trillion galaxies spread across the cosmos. So if Earth was truly at the center, something beyond our understanding would have to be at play. Either Earth would need to have some unknown form of gravitational influence that defies modern physics, or the entire structure of space-time would need to be warped in a way we've never observed before. But here's where things get really strange. If everything revolved around Earth, the motion of distant galaxies wouldn't make any sense under our current laws of physics. Take Andromeda, the nearest major galaxy to us. In the real universe, Andromeda is on a collision course with the Milky Way, moving toward us at 250,000 miles per hour. It's not orbiting us. It's simply moving through expanding space influenced by the combined gravitational pull of the galaxies around it. But in a universe where Earth is the absolute center, every galaxy would have to move in a way that perfectly aligns with that idea. And that means physics as we know it, Newton's laws of motion, Einstein's theory of relativity, and even the way light itself behaves would all have to work differently. For example, let's talk about relativity. One of Einstein's greatest discoveries was that there's no such thing as an absolute center of the universe. The laws of physics apply the same way everywhere, no matter where you are. But if Earth were the one true center, then space itself would have to be structured in an unnatural, asymmetrical way, bending everything to ensure that no matter where you looked, Earth always remained at the heart of it all. And if that were the case, how would that change our understanding of time? Because time, according to Einstein, isn't a fixed constant. It's relative. It stretches and contracts based on gravity and motion. In our real universe, time moves slightly slower the closer you are to a massive object, like a black hole, or even Earth itself. But if Earth were at the cosmic center, would time behave differently across the universe? Would clocks on other planets run at different speeds just to maintain Earth's unique position? And what would that mean for space? Travel? Would astronauts heading to Mars experience time differently than we do on Earth, in a way that doesn't match modern physics? The deeper we go, the stranger it gets. But let's take it even further. Because if Earth is truly the center, it suggests something intentional, a design, a purpose. Could this be evidence that we live in a simulated universe? Some physicists have proposed that our reality might be more like a computer program, governed by hidden rules and structured, like a vast simulation. If Earth were the one immovable point in an otherwise chaotic cosmos, it would be the ultimate proof that something, or someone, had built the universe with Earth as the focal point. And if that were true, who or what would be running the simulation? Would we be able to break free from it? Would we even want to? But there's another possibility, one even more unsettling. If Earth were truly at the center, could it mean that the entire universe isn't as big as we think? Maybe distant galaxies, black holes and quasars aren't as far away as we believe. Maybe the cosmic horizon, the point beyond which we can't see, isn't an endless expanse of space, but a boundary, a limit, a wall enclosing everything we know. For centuries, humans believed the stars were just tiny lights embedded in a crystal sphere surrounding Earth. If we discovered that Earth truly was the center, could that ancient idea, one we've long dismissed, actually be correct? Could the universe itself be a vast enclosed system built for reasons we can't comprehend? And if so, what lies beyond that boundary? This is where the question becomes more than just scientific. It becomes deeply philosophical. If we knew without a doubt that Earth was the absolute center of the universe, how would that change humanity? Would it bring us together, uniting us in a shared sense of cosmic importance? Or would it divide us even further as different groups fought over what that knowledge truly meant? Think about how every major scientific discovery has reshaped our understanding of existence. When Copernicus proposed that Earth orbited the Sun, it sparked a revolution, one that forever changed our place in the cosmos. If we discovered that Earth was the center after all, it would be just as earth-shattering, but in the opposite direction. It would be a revelation that forces us to confront the greatest question of all. Why? Because if Earth is special, if Earth is the center, then everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe has to be rewritten. And the real mystery wouldn't just be how, but why. The search for answers continues in the next section. Because if Earth really was the center, there's something else we need to consider. What if our understanding of the past, the very history of the universe, was wrong too? What if time itself worked differently? And if so, what does that mean for the fate of the universe itself? If Earth were truly the center of the universe, not only would the laws of physics have to change, but so would our understanding of time itself. Because if the cosmos revolves around us, then we must ask, did the universe unfold the way we think it did? Or is history itself an illusion? Right now, we measure the age of the universe at 13.8 billion years. We believe the Big Bang ignited reality itself, setting everything, time, space, and matter, into motion. But here's the key. Our understanding of time is based on a universe that expands outward in all directions, without a single fixed center. That's why when we look billions of light years away, we're actually looking back in time, seeing galaxies as they were in the distant past. But if Earth were the true center, then everything we know about cosmic history becomes questionable. Because if the entire universe orbits around us, then time might not flow as we think it does. And if time behaves differently, then what really happened at the beginning of the universe? Let's consider an extreme possibility. What if the universe never actually had a beginning at all? This might sound impossible, but think about it. In a universe where everything revolves around Earth, the structure of space-time would be fundamentally different. There might be no Big Bang, no single moment that started everything. Instead, the universe could be part of an infinite, repeating cycle, where time folds back on itself in ways we can't yet comprehend. In fact, some ancient civilizations already imagined this idea. Hindu cosmology describes a universe that exists in vast repeating cycles, epochs that last for billions of years, only to collapse and start again. What if, in a geocentric universe, time isn't a straight line, but a loop? What if history is repeating over and over, and we've lived this existence countless times before? Now let's take this thought experiment even further. If Earth were the center, then distant galaxies wouldn't just be moving away from us as we currently observe. They would have to be caught in some kind of vast, circular motion, orbiting Earth at unimaginable distances. But here's the problem. Objects that orbit are bound by gravity. That means the further out you go, the stronger the force would have to be to keep them in motion. So what could be holding them in place? Right now, we believe that dark matter, an invisible, mysterious substance, accounts for the gravitational forces that hold galaxies together. But if Earth were at the center, dark matter alone wouldn't be enough. Instead, something even stranger would have to exist, a force far more powerful, something so vast it could control everything in the universe and still keep Earth in the middle of it all. And if such a force existed, it would have enormous consequences. Because in our real universe, galaxies collide, stars explode, Black holes consume entire solar systems. The cosmos is in constant motion, shaped by gravity and chaos. But in a geocentric universe, this chaotic motion would have to be controlled, orchestrated, designed to ensure that Earth always remains the center. So we have to ask who or what is keeping it that way. One possibility, the entire universe could be artificial. If Earth is the center, maybe that's because it was placed there, like a pearl in the middle of a cosmic clockwork. Some scientists, including Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom, have proposed that we might be living in a simulation, a constructed reality, where every law of physics is carefully programmed to give us the illusion of an infinite cosmos. If that were true, then Earth being the center wouldn't just be a coincidence. It would be a deliberate part of the program. But here's where things get even weirder. In our real universe, the further away we look, the older the light we see. We detect galaxies that existed just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. But if Earth were truly at the center, could it mean that what we see in deep space isn't actually real? Could the distant past be an illusion, just like the sky-painted domes of ancient civilizations? If that were true, then maybe Earth isn't just at the center of the universe. It might be the only real place in existence. Everything beyond it could be an illusion, a carefully crafted environment meant to make us believe in a vast cosmos that doesn't actually exist. But then comes the most unsettling question of all. If the universe was designed to keep Earth in the center, then who or what designed it? If we woke up tomorrow and scientists confirmed that Earth was undeniably the center of the cosmos, the entire world would be forced to confront this question. Religious and spiritual groups would claim it as proof of divine creation. Scientists would struggle to explain how such a universe could function under the known laws of physics. And conspiracy theorists would demand to know, is someone hiding the truth from us? Would we panic? Would we unite? Or would we simply carry on as if nothing had changed? Because in the end, the biggest mystery wouldn't be how it happened, but why. But there's one more thing we haven't considered. If Earth were truly the center of the universe, what would that mean for its ultimate fate? Would the cosmos continue on forever, or would everything eventually collapse back toward us? And if the universe does have an edge, a boundary beyond which nothing exists, what happens if we reach it? That's where we'll go in the final section. Because if Earth is truly the center, we need to ask one last question. What happens next? As we reach the final stretch of this cosmic journey, let's take a step back and consider everything we've uncovered. If Earth were truly the center of the universe, if the cosmos revolved around our tiny blue planet, everything we know about the universe, time, and reality itself would have to be rewritten. The laws of physics would bend and twist in ways that we can't even begin to comprehend. But there's one more question to ask that ties everything together. What happens next? If Earth really were at the center, what would become of the universe? Let's think about the most unsettling possibility, that the universe itself is finite. In the real world, we believe the universe is constantly expanding, galaxies flying away from each other, space itself stretching thinner and thinner. The Big Bang started this expansion 13.8 billion years ago, and it's still going. But if Earth is at the center, what if the universe doesn't keep expanding? What if it's a finite space, a limited bubble of reality that has already stretched as far as it can go? If this were true, the universe might be nearing the end. It could be on the brink of collapse. What does that look like? The cosmos could eventually stop expanding and begin to contract, pulling everything back toward Earth. The galaxies, stars, and planets that were once racing away from each other might begin to spiral inward, drawn by some unknown cosmic force. It would be the ultimate big crunch, a reversal of the Big Bang where everything ends up in a singularity, the entire universe collapsing back into itself. But here's where things get even stranger. What if the universe doesn't collapse in on itself? What if instead it simply ceases to exist beyond Earth's boundary? What if the reason the universe feels infinite is that everything we see beyond a certain point is simply an illusion? A cosmic stage set to make us believe in an expansive universe that doesn't actually go on forever. If Earth were the center, Perhaps space itself would stop at the edge of this bubble. Beyond that, there is no outside, no beyond, nothing. It's a chilling thought. The idea that the stars and galaxies we gaze at could be nothing more than a mirage, a projection from an artificial, controlled universe. Maybe beyond the horizon of our galaxy, reality doesn't exist at all. Maybe the edge of the universe is the edge of everything. But what if the universe is collapsing toward us, drawing all matter and energy into one inevitable point? If Earth is the center, we might not be able to escape our ultimate fate. The gravitational forces that govern this universe could eventually reach a tipping point. Black holes could begin to merge and consume all in their path, pulling everything toward our tiny planet, where everything ends in a final cosmic singularity. In this scenario, Earth wouldn't just be the center of the universe, it would be the last refuge, the final bastion of existence, a universe shrinking inward, shrinking around us until... But before we go any further, let's shift the perspective again. If Earth is truly the center of everything, this central role might mean something profound. Perhaps humanity's place in the universe wasn't an accident. Perhaps we were meant to play a larger role in the grand scheme of things, something beyond our comprehension. Could it be that Earth was always meant to be the cosmic anchor, a pivotal point around which the entire universe was designed to revolve? The notion that Earth could be the focal point suggests something more than just an extraordinary physical position. It might point to something metaphysical too. Could Earth have been chosen to carry the consciousness of life? Could the universe itself be conscious, with Earth serving as its beating heart, hosting the only sentient beings capable of understanding its vast design? This idea isn't too far from ancient spiritual beliefs that see the Earth as sacred, as the center of divine creation. If Earth is the center, maybe we are the chosen species, the ones who must unlock the true nature of the cosmos. But if this is true, the responsibility is staggering. Humanity, as we know it, has already shaped the Earth with our cities, our civilizations, and our technologies. But what if the next step in our evolution isn't about just survival? What if it's about unlocking the secrets of the universe itself? What if Earth and all of humanity were destined to be the key to understanding the true nature of existence? And perhaps even beyond existence? And here's the final twist. What if Earth isn't alone in this role? Imagine that Earth's central position isn't unique. What if other civilizations, scattered throughout the cosmos, had their own centers, each one a focal point for the universe, perhaps living in parallel, with their own unique cosmic designs? The universe might be filled with multiple centers, each one reflecting the consciousness and experiences of different worlds. We might not be the only beings in this position, but part of a greater cosmic network, each planet's center unfolding in its own way. At the end of the day, we can't know for sure what the truth is. Whether Earth is truly the center or if our universe is simply too vast to ever comprehend fully, the mystery remains. But one thing is for certain, the very idea that Earth could be the center of the universe forces us to confront the deepest questions about existence itself. It challenges our view of reality, time, and space. So next time you look up at the stars, think about this. Is the universe really as infinite as we've been told? Is the Earth just a speck in the vastness, or could it be the cosmic anchor, the very heart of existence? What if we're not just insignificant, but precisely where we need to be? The truth may never be revealed. The answers may be beyond our reach. But the journey to understand our place in the cosmos is just beginning. And no matter where we are in the universe, whether at the center or lost in the farthest corner, we're all part of this incredible story. So what do you think? Do you believe Earth could really be the center of it all? Or are we still just a tiny floating world among countless others in a boundless universe? Let us know what you think in the comments below and share your thoughts on this wild cosmic possibility. If you found this journey into the universe thought-provoking, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and keep exploring the mysteries of space with us. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and always wonder, what if?